Good morning.
Morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
How's
Okay.
everything going?
Oh, look at us. Here we are.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I like it.
Yeah, I like the set.
Live and direct.
Yes.
You have a Jay?
Got
What's
our
that?
masks on. We're masked
Look
up,
at your
ready to
boy.
go.
All right. Okay, cool. Good to see everybody. I know, I think me and Jason missed you guys last month.
Yeah.
Yep, you held down the ship with Art.
Yeah, it was a
Miss-
good talk with Richard Garcia, our licensed clinical social worker. He was awesome.
Yeah, I
And
bet
that
you
wa-
gave a lot of really good information.
Oh
Huh?
yeah,
That
it
was
amazing.
mental
Health Awareness Month. So it was a good talk. We definitely had a lot of discussion and some good feedback. So
Yeah.
we missed you guys. Where were you guys? Turf volleyball, right?
With our seniors.
Nice.
Yes.
With the seniors.
Yes, Brenda Wachenio. Shout out to Rincon for calling us out. Or not calling us out. Well, we got called out. We always get called out. But shout out to Brenda, Miss Wachenio, for getting us out there and involved. And we're getting back out there.
Yeah.
We're getting
hopefully-
back out. Hopefully we can move through and put this pandemic behind us as we get
Mhm.
back out into the community. Chair volleyball is something that, it's probably one of my favorite things to do
Yeah.
out there.
Oh yeah, it is. We have a great time with everybody there and all the different local reservations that come and have a great time and get to move around and get their bones going and their blood moving and eat some good food. And
Yeah.
it was a great time.
Yeah, they actually let us in the new admin building over there in
Ooh,
Rincon.
nice.
That place is.
And I saw it wasn't just volleyball. You had horseshoes, you had basketball,
my brain games,
brain games.
cornhole,
Crossword
Wow.
puzzles.
Connect Four tournament games going. Yeah. So what
Nice.
Rincon wanted to do that day was give the seniors opportunities to do other things besides chair volleyball.
Mm.
And then what Art Cobble, shout out to Art behind the scenes with our producer extraordinaire David Dawson back there on
can't
the
even
ones
forget
and
about
twos.
them.
Yeah, they're behind the scenes. They're here, but our art is something Art's been trying to get us to do since for a while is like a senior Olympics
Mm.
and get our seniors active and doing just being active.
Right.
And that's physically and mentally. So like the crossword puzzles and the Connect Fours are good for us to kind of get our mind off of the stressors and get us functioning and doing things,
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then of course you got the physical activities.
Mm-hmm.
Much needed, especially with the last 2 years.
Oh, I bet.
Not being out, being able to get out and move around and just being stuck in the house.
With that being said, we could actually move into this month. So with June is actually Elder Abuse Month, and for Elder Abuse Month, we got Art Calvo, our Elder Navigator, kind of spearheads our campaign and gets our seniors the information out there. But what we want to do is let you guys know that we want to be a resource. We want our seniors to know that we advocate for you. We have information and raise awareness to get out into the community. Things like elder scams, like elder safety, strength building, helping getting access and breaking down barriers to services. But the highlight of the month really is elder abuse. And if you've seen Mr. Calvo on our elder abuse campaigns, have you guys seen the
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Instagram?
that's great.
That's
It came out
awesome.
good.
right?
Yeah.
Art is probably the most popular Instagram. What's the word?
Extraordinaire.
What are they called?
Influencer?
Influencer
There you
without
go.
an Instagram account.
There you go.
Nice.
Okay, and
Gotta
we,
catch him when you see him, right?
yeah,
Right.
Yeah, we better get an autograph.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna call it right now. He's probably the most popular Instagrammer without an Instagram. But if you've seen it, he's giving us all the tips that we want to encourage. And what are some of the things that we've been talking about this month?
Well, some of the stuff that it's really simple stuff. And people are really crafty. If maybe someone wants to come in and fix your air conditioning, and they say you just need a filter, and all of a sudden you need a whole new air conditioned unit. Not having the know-it-all of what an AC includes, they might be a subject to scam.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's just one of the simple things that are going on. And there's other things like IRS scams.
Right. Just
For
them being vulnerable enough, you know,
Yeah.
and you know, having these scammers target those you know, age areas, populations where they know, oh, maybe they won't, you know, dig a little deeper and you know, really see what's going on, overcharging.
And, right. Yeah. And sometimes it's really unfortunate. It could
Mhm.
be a family member, and that's really sad to say, but it's,
It happens
yeah, it does
Mhm.
happen.
more often than we would think.
Someone that might be taking care of an elder, doing the things that they can't do because they're on bed rest or they need food and
Mm-hmm.
they're subject to give their card away.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love our seniors. We love our elders. I'm not from La Jolla, even though my wife Inez gives me a hard time because I think I'm from here and I'm not. I know, but I've been out here a long time, and the first thing that I was told and what I'm reminded every day is respect our elders, and I do, and our elders are sacred. And with this topic this month, it's really means a lot because we want to take care and protect our elders. So if we can get the word out, not just to our elders, but to everybody listening, because we take care of our elders, we take care of our moms and our grandmas and our aunts, and if we start understanding this information and these awareness campaigns, we could look out for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we want our elders to understand this and be aware and to watch these warning signs, but we also want to educate the grandkids, the kids, and everybody around our elders what to look out for too. Because if you have a hunch that something's going on, be proactive,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Don't hesitate to ask questions. Follow up on some of this information. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. It's better to be wrong and apologize than to maybe something's going on and you have stopped a potential threat or somebody from being taken advantage of, like an elder, like your grandma or something.
And I think one of the main things too is, getting that gut feeling. If you get that gut feeling when you're on a call or you're dealing with something, hang up. As we were talking before in a podcast, that fear of, this doesn't feel right. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. And same thing that goes with, like Jason was mentioning, if you need help, we all need our car fixed. It's getting hot. We need our air conditioning service. If you feel like the person is taking advantage of you, tell them, hey, I just want a quote. I'll come back later. Or, you know what? I'm not going to pay for this. Or, you don't have to follow through with the commitment on the financial end. And if you feel like you do, that's what we're saying. Reach out, and that's where you could reach out to us as a resource. We have some resources.
Yes,
we have some
we do.
hotlines, or
so we could do those now. One thing I do want to point out is, we do have, the elder population. They probably, some of ours stay in facilities, respite cares, just any type of facility. Make sure that they are also being taken care of because, one of the biggest, and sad to say, elder abuse comes from facilities. And, we're thinking they're being taken care of, but that may not be the case. So we definitely want to bring that resource to you. That is the California State Long-Term Care Ombudsman Crisis Line. And they're a great resource if you ever feel that you are being abused, or maybe you have a loved one that may be experiencing some abuse while in a facility. Definitely reach out to them. That number is 1-800-231-4024. And that's a great resource to have because, that's one thing I think we think they're safe, they're being taken care of. So I can, focus a little on my needs when in reality, maybe that's, not the case. And it's sad to hear.
yeah,
that's really unfortunate. I think I've seen some videos on that particular issue is that it's like you say, it's sad to say, but some of those facilities are scamming those
Right.
elders
Mhm.
because they're so vulnerable. Some of them, their mindset's not right.
Right. They can get taken advantage of quick.
And I think inside and within those facilities, there are people that care and there's leadership in
Oh,
there
for
that
sure.
wants to know something's going wrong.
Mhm.
So as you navigate through those facilities and communicate with your liaison or whoever your contact is that you're working to, with your family member or your person, let him know, hey, I noticed something's going on.
Mhm.
They should be proactive in following up or fixing the issue. Like,
Mhm.
a lot of times, the living situation isn't going as agreed upon.
Mhm.
They should address it,
Right.
and especially if there's, scamming going on or abuse, they
Mhm.
should, because that type of stuff could really, really threaten their accreditation and their license.
Oh, for sure.
So
Right.
they should address that kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah. So definitely knowing your rights when,
Yeah.
That's why it's
stuff like that
important
comes.
to get in the information that we have,
Mhm.
to take the time. It's really sometimes getting caught up in the day, especially if you're out working and you got to go take care of your grandma, your grandpa, your uncle, your auntie.
Mhm.
It's really difficult to sit and say, okay, I'm gonna dedicate 5 or 10 minutes and read this information. I know I've been looking at this pamphlet of
Mhm.
potential places for my grandma or grandpa to go to, but let me take the time to read this pamphlet. Let me
Right.
see.
Yeah.
Let me see what their amenities are. Let me see
Yeah.
what they're offering.
Mhm.
And then a couple more real quick before we move on.
Yeah, we have Adult Protective Services (APS), and that number is 1-888-401-0832, and that one is just to report, neglect, even self neglect. If you think someone's not taking care of themselves properly, maybe they have an undiagnosable, illness and they can't take care of themselves the proper way, definitely reach out to them. That's through the county, and they can, they have a bunch of resources and can help with, whatever instances that the person may be going through.
And they have a certain amount of time to respond, correct? I think it's somewhere in the nature of like 72 hours
Oh, really?
once they get the call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not.
And then what's the last one?
And our last resource is the Aging and Independent Services (AIS). They're also a program with the county. You call them, and they have a bunch of resources as well. In-home support services. If you're looking more information on a specific illness like dementia, they have a list of resources, caregivers, respite care, just a whole bunch of information. If you ever want to get connected, definitely give them a call. They also have a website you can look that information up on. So yeah, definitely follow up and be that person's advocate or your own.
Cool. And again, Mr. Calvo back there on the ones and twos, our main resource. Reach out. We could hook you guys up, help you guys out, help you navigate through that system. But I know what everybody's thinking. I do. I know exactly what people are thinking
Oh,
right now
wow.
because we have massive people on here. And what they're thinking is like, what's going on with the high tech stuff? So I want to do an
Yeah.
update.
Okay.
Let's do an update. Yeah,
So
that sounds great.
We're moving on. We're moving on up. We're moving on up with Big Dave Dawson on the ones and twos. We got some technology. We got some new toys. We got some promotional tools. You're going to see us at our outreach booth, with again, moving through COVID and the pandemic. We're out. We just got back from Mesa Grande, the gathering. How beautiful was that?
That was
Oh,
really
amazing.
beautiful.
Eagles just watching over. That was, I think, one of the best parts. Eagles over there just hanging out in the trees.
It was great.
I think it's worth the moment, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
let's take
yeah.
a
Yeah,
moment
props
of
to
silence.
MG.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's
Shout out to
amazing.
Gabe, Natasha, to Sheena, the kitchens. Thank you guys very much for including us and again letting us be a part of that. That was amazing, amazing. The vibe, the Eagle vibe that kicked it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were there, what is it? If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Eagles were deep. The Eagles were deep.
I like that.
Yeah. But we're gonna start bringing different types of. We want to step our game up. We want to be fun.
Yeah.
We
More
wanna be
fun.
More fun.
More
we're,
fun.
We're pretty fun.
More fun. Yeah.
Are we?
I
think we
like
have a
to
good-
think so.
I
Are we, are we fun?
Let's take a
Yeah.
poll.
Are we
Yeah. If you have any questions throughout this table talk,
Are
feel
we
free
fun?
to put your questions in the chat, and we could respond to them if you'd like.
I think it's difficult too because like how fun can you make mental health or how fun, our focus is to prevent suicide. That's no fun. But we try to lighten in the topic, like for
invent
example, we got a
ways.
wheel.
Invent
Yeah,
We
ways.
got the wheel. Let's play with the wheel.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna
That'd
play
be
with
great.
the wheel. Art, can we play with the wheel? Are you guys ready for the wheel? I'm gonna spin the wheel and let's see. And there's a question. It's called the question wheel. And so ideally, we're gonna ask the community a question, or if you come up to our booth or do our activity, we're gonna spin the wheel and there's a question. It's a tough question.
Mm.
Yeah, some of those are tough.
It's a tough question, but we ask tough questions and we help with tough answers. And if we don't have the answer, what's the goal?
We'll
You
find
come in.
Come in, we'll
We're gonna
find a
get you help.
resource. We'll
Yeah.
find a resource that can answer that
Okay, here you go.
question.
Let's ask a tough question. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, is this LGBTQ month?
It is.
It is.
It is that month,
Perfect.
yes.
Perfect. Okay. I want to send my love and my respects to the LGBTQ
Mhm.
community. We're learning and growing and hopefully being as supportive as we can.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm doing my part by continuing to learn.
Mm-hmm. Educate.
But here's a question.
Okay.
Well, let's hear it.
Your friend outed a family member who was waiting to come out as gay. A week later, you noticed them wearing a bandage on their wrist.
Wow.
Okay, so it's not a question, it's a scenario.
Mhm.
Okay, so what would we do if we're the friend and we notice that our friend who was just outed is now a short time later wearing, looks like they cut themselves or maybe even tried to kill themselves.
Yeah, that's what the scenario.
What would you do?
Feel free
Tough one.
to
What'd you do?
comment on that if you like. Wow, that's a tough situation,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you're the first one to see it. Maybe being a brother or a sister or a aunt or uncle, it could be very difficult
Mm-hmm.
to approach. But I think the best way to do so is approach.
Algae.
Yes.
Is what?
Algae.
What's our
Ah.
profession and and what we teach about mental health first aid.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of times they tell us not to respond to the cutting, but to respond in a way that you're concerned.
Mm-hmm. So a lot what we teach out with our PEI prevention and intervention is a mental health first aid, and that's algae, which is assess for suicide or harm. Listen non-judgmentally, right?
Mhm.
Do you give resources, information, encourage professional help, and last one, Jason?
Encourage self-help.
Yep, there we go.
Yes.
So that's what I would do. Follow our steps of the algae plan, and just try to be as supportive and offer hope.
And I'm kind of glad that this came up a little bit because we're so adamant about individuals, and every individual that we could possibly know is teach them mental health first aid so that they're aware of those signs and symptoms, and then they can approach them in such a way where they're not only concerned, but they're assessing the situation,
Mm-hmm.
which tells that individual they do care. They do care. And maybe I was being outed because I didn't approach it correctly, or I don't know. There's a lot of questions that individual is asking themselves.
Yeah.
Why was I outed? I brought this out to my loved ones thinking that they loved me, and then they outed me. That's difficult in itself.
Mm-hmm. It may even bring down some trust issues, as
Yes.
far as, who do I trust? Who can I come to? So, it's definitely a difficult situation, and just want to, have that support system, whether it not be a family member. Because I always say, maybe your family member isn't the best person to go to. Maybe you need some other outside person to talk to, or, just someone that can advocate for and help you through the process.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you guys. You guys,
Yeah.
tackled a
Thanks.
tough
Thanks
question.
for presenting our new will. That's pretty cool.
We used it. Check.
Yeah.
Right.
And over time, depending on our presentations and the events that we go to, we will definitely be changing to fit the events or
Yeah.
to fit the stuff that we're doing on the wheel.
And if
Yeah.
you have any suggestions, feel free to bring them up or comment on what you would like to see on the wheel.
Yeah, and if you want us to come out and you need some outreach, education, you want us to do a booth at some of your stuff, let us know.
Mhm.
We got the green light to come on out and join you. I think the next
We got some shirts.
we got some new shirts.
Oh,
We're really
we're
excited
We
we're
got
about
new
ready.
equipment. We
Yeah.
got the mic. We got the mics. You remember when we started? We were on the,
Yeah,
on the table.
on our phones.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we're trying.
Yeah.
We're trying. And I think the goal is just to continue to get the message out.
Mhm.
And hopefully we could do it effectively.
Mm.
So
Oh, summer's here, and the elders make sure they have enough fluids, enough
Hydration.
water,
There we go.
a lot of hydration,
Yeah.
and look out for snakes that are out there. They're coming out. But most importantly is hydrate yourself and
Stay
be
cool.
safe. Yes.
Know all the cool spots
Yes.
to go to.
Get those filters situated for AC,
Mhm.
stuff like that.
Yeah, get information on your cool zones and
Mhm.
hook up with your friends and do some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Summer's here, starting to heat
Yeah.
up. Starting to heat up. Definitely down here in Rincon. Right?
Rincon.
We got a couple more minutes. I want to send a shout out to all our graduates.
Mm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's that time of year.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Props to all our graduates. I know I have a senior graduating. You have a
I had a kindergarten.
Kindergrad? Yeah. So, it's happening.
Yeah.
Props to the parents too, because it's sometimes very difficult because now our eldest kids are moving on to adulthood,
Mhm.
and we want them to
Mhm.
be safe. Like, we're talking about elder abuse but at the same time, we want them to be safe with all the knowledge that we've given them throughout their adolescent
Mhm.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think with that being said, we're starting to see, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, but I think we're starting to see more graduates. They mentioned at the feather ceremony, there was like 220 plus graduates. It was the most they ever had.
Wow.
And I think as we start educating ourselves and breaking these barriers and overcoming these adversities that we always talk about,
Mhm.
that like these education centers are opening up and they're starting to and it's starting to work.
Yeah.
And these staff are getting educated and starting to buy into their programs and the kids are coming back and working at these programs.
Mhm.
And then kids are going to these programs and using the programs and then parents are bought into these programs and you're starting to see some of these tribes have that had one graduate or no graduate starting to have 5 and 10 graduates. I know up in La Jolla they had a whole, if you go up there, they got all their graduates on big old banners.
Nice.
And the whole things lined up with banners,
That's really cool.
and then everybody's celebrating. You got college graduates,
Mhm.
and masters and people coming back as lawyers and serving their tribe and stuff starting to actually, these visions are starting to come into fruition.
Mm.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It is.
It's pretty cool.
It's very exciting.
It is.
It's like I think we were talking earlier. You said it's like bittersweet.
Mhm.
Yeah. So their babies ain't babies no more.
No.
No. But so it's exciting. It's exciting.
That's awesome.
I think it's important to give props to our grandparents though. I
Mhm.
think grandparents feel kind of like, you guys deal with it and I'll be here. I don't want to get in the middle of it, but you're very important.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What do they call the matri or the heads, or what's the word I'm looking for? Not patriarch or matriarch, like the leaders, like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forefront. Yeah.
so like they started the families, you
Without
know.
them, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, so having our grandparents there and being involved, or at least recognizing them, I think is
For
important.
sure.
But sometimes your grandparents feel like burdened by the whole thing.
Mhm.
Sometimes.
Like not burdened by the whole thing, or they're like a burden.
Mm.
And then you're not.
Yeah.
You're not, you know, and we talk so much about wanting to honor our elders, but let us honor you. You know,
Mhm.
let the kids say
Take
thank
you
you.
out.
Yeah, let them take you out. It's
Yeah.
like, no,
Yeah.
they're
Yes.
Don't spend your money
You're,
on me.
you're
Don't
absolutely
spend your
yes.
money.
You're
I'll
absolutely
buy
right.
it.
They need to rest. No, I'll cook. I'll do this.
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm.
You know, you hear that, but then you hear those elders and the seniors that live alone,
Mhm.
and they say, and I hear this more than not, is that they would rather have noise in their house throughout the day because that's what they have been used to.
Mm.
And what's good about it is they get to send them all home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What did it say?
You know.
Candy them up, sweeten them up, and send them out.
Yeah.
Send them back home with their parents.
But they love that, you know, even though they say, don't spend money on me. I don't
Yeah.
want to do this. I'm here. I'm comfortable. But the act of all the kids, you know, being there is makes
they
them
love it.
so happy.
Mhm.
So we got about 3 minutes. You know, let's closing it out. You know, with just sharing our resources. You know, give us a buzz.
Mhm.
Keep in touch. We got our podcast.
Yes.
Our podcast is moving. You know, our table talks are continuing to go.
Mhm.
Our outreach is out and about. We're doing our events and gatherings. If you have something coming up, let us know so we can be there. We have other programs that want to be there. Anything? What am I missing? Anything else?
No, I think some of the, you know, we're trying our best to get all information out at different platforms, like
Mhm.
like you mentioned, like a table talk and our podcast, and then what's really cool is we get to go out and see individuals now,
Yeah,
which is really cool because I like the interaction like that.
yeah. You know, schools, seeing
Yes.
the schools opening back up.
Hopefully, you guys will be good to go to some summer programs this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
know. You know what I like? They let us wear shorts here when we go out. We get to put some comfy clothes back on and get to, you know, get out there.
Too
And
bad
get
it wasn't sandals too. I'd be
Okay.
right at
If you
home.
need any beach chaperones or something, let our boss know. Maybe she could swing it. You know.
Yeah,
You never
that's,
know until you ask,
Beth
right?
Turner.
Right.
Yeah.
So, anything else to close us out?
You know, just definitely reach out. This is Elder Abuse Awareness Month, so we definitely want to take care of our elders. We have Art Calvo, our Elder Navigator. Me, Marissa Yapa, do case management. Also work with a lot of the seniors as well. You know, we have our veterans as well. So we have services for them, and definitely just reach out. You are your biggest advocate. So
Yeah, definitely. 749-1410. If you had a question that you wanted to ask, and you didn't get a chance to put it in the chat, feel free to call any one of us here at Indian Health. And if you need a different direction, we'll try to get you the other resource. If we can't answer it, we'll do our best to do so.
All right. Well, hey, Dave, Art, thank you
Thank you.
guys behind the scenes. Thank you guys for joining us, and check our podcast, and we will see you next time.
Yes.
Take it easy.
Be safe.